Shit.
You ready for this, brother?
You don't think 2 out of 3? Oh,
No.
I'm ready. I know 2 out of 3.
Well, poor guy. You think the Reds are going to beat the Brewers?
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Well, it started game 1. Hello, Greg
brother.
Holmes, Roger Rabbit, William Finnerty. Yeah, well, they're not going to. Come on now. We live in real land here. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be red land here.
Is that what it is?
Yep. Like their old ball field they used to play on years ago. They said Redwood Field.
Yeah, well, for some reason, those teams up there, Brewers, Bucks, and Packers, they all play in fields of gold glory. You know what I'm saying? It literally. But hey, are you watching this saga with Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, yeah. I've been listening to it going back and forth.
So who do you think is right in that whole deal?
I've already said it. I said both of them are in the wrong. I'm going to tell you why.
All right, I'm here. I'm listening.
All right. I've told you. All them years, they promised to get him more than one receiver.
Okay.
All right. They only went out and got him one receiver and a tight end and a running back, finally. They took them years to get him a running back.
Well, yeah, but the Packers have never had a running back. Not a good one.
Not a good one until recently.
Well,
you get Jones.
I look at it in a different way. The guy threw for top 5 passing yards.
Yeah.
Over 4,400 yards last year.
Yeah.
He had 52 touchdowns.
And was MVP.
And he won the MVP, and they're like, oh, he needs a better offense. Get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? He's got.
I'm just talking about over the years, they never did that for him until recently.
Is that okay?
I think they waited too long, is what I'm saying.
I think that Aaron Rodgers has turned into a overpaid crybaby.
He just wants to be a Jeopardy host.
Right. Well, I think that he just wants to live out in California. He's got that new girl.
Yeah.
That new girlfriend.
Right.
And, you can't blame him for wanting to be home more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But then I blame ownership, too, on that, too. Because, they never, it was on them, to not come up with the players for him.
Well, what didn't they come up with? You know what? You can't tell me you need more offensive weapons if you had 4,400 yards passing, 52 touchdowns, and you won the MVP. You can't tell me that you need more.
Well, they didn't help him out on defense.
Oh, sure they did.
Well,
sure they did. You know what I think? I think that, and this is what everybody says, the reason that he's holding out is because they didn't call him to make a franchise decision about the first round pick when they picked Jordan Love, and it was disrespectful.
But see, I don't agree with that either on his point, because he's not the GM. It's not his decision. He's not the owner.
Right.
Not his decision.
No, I would have preferred them to just give him a call out of common courtesy, but it wasn't
But it
about
would have
courtesy.
been nice.
Right.
Yeah, it would have been nice to give him a call. But some teams don't do that with all their players. And then Packers aren't the only team,
But a lot of people don't. That's kind of my thing is you're a quarterback.
Yep.
I think that these guys forget who they are and what they are, whether it's basketball, football, baseball.
And who pays them? It's
right.
the owner.
Right. I don't know. Good morning, Leslie. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Sean, Craig, and the other Sean's on there. I saw, there's Stroik and then there's Bowden.
Stroik.
Yeah.
The German name.
Is that German?
It sounds German.
It does a little bit, doesn't it?
Sean would tell you that. Sure.
Yeah, so we're going to see this saga play on. Check this out. This is what makes me so angry about professional sports. I don't mind, I believe in capitalism. If you can make money, great.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, exactly, Greg. He said, tell Rodgers to quit being a whiny ass. And I agree.
But I agree. He has whined, and that's the problem, because you can't whine when you're, like I said, you're not the owner, you're not the GM, and you're not the fan who pays for your salary.
Is it a slap in somebody's face to say, oh, I'm going to miss minicamp and, I'm going to lose $500,000, but I don't care because I have so much money that $500,000 doesn't mean anything.
Pretty much. That's what he's saying.
Because that's what he did. And then yesterday or 2 days ago, he forfeited $96,000.
And then I heard his big wide receiver stood up for him and didn't show up to the camp.
He did. But this is the culture that we have now. We have this culture, and it's reflected in the NFL like nothing I've ever seen.
It's kind of, it's kind of what's going on there is kind of what we've been seeing.
It is in its totality.
It's whining until you get your way.
Right. Oh, I'm an elitist.
Yeah.
I have millions and millions of dollars, and I want to go.
It's basically being a snowflake.
And then you have other elitists in the media saying, "Well, it doesn't matter because Aaron Rodgers doesn't need the practice. He doesn't need." Okay, well, what about his teammates, the ones that aren't making the big money, that need to know the timing and how Aaron Rodgers operates, like the rookies? Does that make sense to you?
No, because it actually hurts the rookies because rookies see what the veterans are doing, and they're saying, this is how we do it. It's just like when you're teaching the kids something,
right?
As they're younger, if you teach them to follow the wrong path of life, that's how they're going to turn out.
Exactly. I don't know. I'm
exactly what's going on here.
I'm a little bit of a purist, okay?
Me too.
We don't know everything that's went on in the Packers locker room, but he has went to the NFC Championship 2 years in a row. By the way, Aaron Rodgers has the worst record in NFL history in NFC Championship games. Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't think he has the right to dictate to a team or hold a team hostage to do it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he's done to the Packers.
Right.
Like I said, I see it from both sides, but I see more of the problem coming from his side.
Right.
Because he's now, like, it's this new counterculture thing.
Do you remember the good old days? Yeah. NFL players running out with the American flag. Do you remember the good old days?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like Brett Favre?
Yeah, love Brett Favre. I think Brett Favre is one of the best.
Technically, I think Aaron Rodgers throws the ball better than Brett Favre.
Well, I think he's got a better
release
point.
Well, but here's what I'm saying. You go back and you watch those games, and when Brett Favre had less to work with than Aaron Rodgers did.
Yeah, he did.
And that team played for him. Because why? Because he was a leader.
Yeah.
Now, we can extend leadership into any area we want, whether it's politics, whether it's, our education system.
But I see what you're saying. Favre didn't become the GM on the team. He became a leader. Because back in the day, football players and all sports players had different mentality levels.
Well, he took what was given to him, what his job was.
But a lot of whininess goes on in sports, like LeBron James.
Oh.
He's a perfect example. We're eliminated 4 straight games. I can imagine.
I stand LeBron James.
I can't either. And I didn't even know they got eliminated in 4 games because I don't follow the NBA no more.
No, neither do I.
And then someone told me.
LeBron James is a big part of why I don't. Literally.
He is. He's the main reason.
Yeah, I can't stand him. He's entitled,
Because he acts like he's the commissioner of the NBA. That's why I quit watching it.
Well, here's the thing. On the other side of this, folks, and you guys are going to know what I'm going to talk about here. There's this other element here. You allow somebody like LeBron James to come in, and the NBA is afraid to say anything wrong about LeBron James.
Right.
Like his China fiasco and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Does it seem to you that the NBA and the commissioner have become a lot like the ballless men that we have in this quagmire, really, in time that we have in this country? You're afraid to stand up for what's right. You're going to let people steamroll you because you don't have a pair of balls.
They don't have a spine. That's the problem. They do not have a spine. They yellow bellies is the old terminology.
Good old yellow bellies.
Yep.
That's what they should call the Lakers, the yellow bellies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, throw a little purple on it.
But no, I look at all this stuff. I look at the other night. We had the fight, right?
Yeah.
Paul.
Which, I was disappointed.
You wanted to see a knockout just like everybody else, right?
I was like everybody else. I was waiting for him to get knocked on his stuff the first round.
Okay, so did you watch the fight before that one?
I watched all of them.
Okay, did you see how many times that guy held on?
Yeah.
Like he was literally the fight was going to be over. You hold one more time.
Yep.
And then you watch the Paul fight come out, and Mayweather is getting held for a lot of the fight.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same deal.
Right, so Mayweather says, Mayweather Jr. to be exact.
Yeah.
He's done. He's not going to do another exhibition. He doesn't need to. He's
done proved.
He's super rich, but he made more money in these exhibitions than he did in boxing.
That's crazy, though.
How do you take a YouTuber and people say, well, Logan Paul's a real fighter? They showed Yeah, put Logan Paul into a fight with somebody not in the top 10.
Right.
Just anybody that's a professional fighter in his weight class.
And I'm sure a lot of the fighters, the boxers, will tell you it takes more than a year and a half to become a boxer.
Well, and this is what I'm saying.
And a professional one at that.
Is it just me, or do we see this twisted ideology that is somehow, everything we look at, what used to be pure and good is bad?
Right.
Okay. Now, you take somebody like Logan Paul and you have all these people, oh, he's a real fighter. He's a real fighter. And I'm thinking to myself, what? I mean, really?
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's upside down. It's backwards. Not saying that he couldn't turn into a real fighter.
Right. It takes more than a year and a half, I'm sure.
It takes more than a year and a half, and you can't fight KSI and lose and then go against Mayweather and hold him. I swear that ref was like letting him get away with stuff.
Oh, I know.
Mayweather said if it would have been a real fight, he could have knocked him out by the 4th round.
I think it was a real fight. I thought he would have him knocked out in the first round. That's what I was waiting on. I thought he was going to knock him out pretty quick. And
I thought that it was kind of a setup.
It was, because there's no way, like me and you said, a boxer's going to hold his hands down right to his side. You're a boxer. You're supposed to be right up here in your face.
Right.
Blocking.
Right. Yeah. No,
I
completely agree.
No shuffling of the feet like a real boxer. Just running around. Like, I felt like I was watching a comedy.
It was a comedy.
Because it really wasn't a boxing match.
Right. Well,
it felt fixed to me.
Like what is Logan Paul? Light heavyweight?
Probably.
Somewhere's in there.
Yeah, and he may be tall. I mean, he's like, what, 6'6", they said?
Yeah, and he's like 190.
190, though. He's lightweight.
Yeah, no, that's heavy. That'd be a light middleweight.
Light middleweight.
No, that'd be, light heavyweight.
Light heavyweight, yeah.
Yeah, and Floyd was 150.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
And much shorter.
And way short, yeah.
Well, but that's what I'm talking about. You look and grab your phone, and that's all we're seeing, literally, is those types of stories. It's Aaron Rodgers. It's the Logan Paul fight. It's, LeBron James, whatever LeBron James says. LeBron James never went to college. He never went and got a degree. He never did anything other than play basketball.
Right.
And if he didn't know how to do the crappie flop, Craig.
Yeah, exactly.
He wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean.
And he's the one that got that rule put in.
Like, take a dive. Just
Remember
take a
when
dive.
He used to do that? Yeah.
Wine.
Drive to the hole. Oh, I got fouled, ref. I got fouled. He'd be the first one to get the call, too.
Well, do you think LeBron James is top 5 all time?
No.
Neither do I. Number 1's easy.
But to me, it's MJ.
Michael Jordan, number 1.
Hands down. And that's hard for me to say that because I'm not a big North Carolina fan, but you got to give the man props.
Well,
and I did through his career because I realized, hey, we're watching somebody special.
Well, that's a fact. And again, let's go back. The good old days.
Yes.
Remember when they loved America?
Yeah.
Remember?
Patriotism was hot. I mean, it was like the Hulk Hogan era, brother. You know what I'm saying? The 80s and all that.
Michael Jordan stopped by the local Boys and Girls Club to sign autographs and talk to, remember those days?
Yeah.
And now what do you hear? This person may have raped this person. This person's holding out. This person was caught,
all the most un-American things you can think of.
Yeah. I don't know. And that's the problem with this country. Americanism.
Yeah.
People better start celebrating it again.
Yeah. See, this is what globalism brings in.
Is it globalism?
Yeah.
I mean, you even take NASCAR. Okay.
Yeah.
Something with the
and it
deep
used to be so
South.
pure, man. Racing was pure.
You can't even advertise Second Amendment stuff in NASCAR anymore.
Which is unreal.
Yeah. I mean, banks won't do business with certain people that do that. There's a problem.
Yeah. We have a problem.
Listen to this. It's National Egg Roll Day. Do you like egg rolls?
I'm not big on egg rolls, but
I suppose it's got some goodness in it. National Ballpoint Pen Day.
Yeah.
It's and who doesn't like those? It's National Iced Tea Day. I wasn't a big tea drinker until I came down to the South.
Really?
Yeah. Now everybody drinks tea.
Yeah.
Maybe it's sun tea. Maybe it's
Mom used to make sun tea a lot and regular tea.
I just like tea. I love lemon tea, peach tea, raspberry tea.
I'm not a lemon tea guy. I love lemonade and I love tea, but I don't like them mixed together.
Really?
No.
You're weird.
No, I'm not in the same boat. I mean, there's a lot of people that's in the same boat as me on this.
Really?
That I've met over the years.
I think they're just lying to you.
They said no. They said that when you mix them, they just doesn't taste right, and it's right.
Oh, you mean there's some things that are supposed to be just
Left
one
alone,
way?
just pure.
Pure.